Basically, it all started my freshman year, 2020. Obviously, that was the COVID year, and things were kind of unknown coming here. And I picked a biomedical science major, which turned out to not be for me. But at the time, I wanted to be a nutritionist, so that's the route I went. You know, my first semester was hard, and I struggled a little bit in school. I tried to dig myself out of a hole that was too big, I think. And at that point, you know, I got on probation after that semester. I tried to work myself to get better grades, but it just didn't work out. I go into the second semester, I'm the only one that knows that I'm on probation. I didn't tell my dad, I didn't tell any of my family. I was actually too embarrassed to let anyone know. So going to the second semester, scared, you know, and I'm like, there's a lot riding on this semester, and the pressure got to me. I was almost paralyzed with fear. And I, you know, eventually called my dad saying in April, so with like a month left of school, I'm like, I need help. I'm on probation, I don't know what to do. Turned out it was a little too late, so I got dismissed. It was hard because it felt like a second home to me, and it felt like I was losing a second home. I couldn't do anything about it. The only thing I could do was go to a community college, make up some credits, get a good GPA, and send it back to St. Norbert's where I truly wanted to be. You know, I loved it here. There were just some things that didn't go my way, and I worked my butt off there. You know, every day my motive was, you know, get back to where you want to be, because it made me realize how much I value the things I have here. Friends, being a normal college student, you know, I play football, I love football here. So I got a 3.0 GPA. I sent my credits to Norbert's, sent out a readmission form, asking to be allowed back, and I was. It was a grind, it was hard to get back, but I felt so good when I did. Honestly, one of the best feelings I've ever had personally, because I knew how hard I worked.
We have a lot of safety nets in place for students like Ben, and I remember distinctly me and Ben meeting and talking about that he could do this, and he's just kind of find his equilibrium and find where his strengths were and really rely on those in the classroom and outside the classroom. And he really, you know, took to that, and I'm so proud of where he is today.
I asked what GPA I needed to get off of probation, and it was a 3.2, and I exceeded that. I think I got a 3.4, and that was my goal the entire semester. I wrote it down and I looked at it every single morning. I'm like, 3.4, 3.4, what do I need to get in each class in order to get there? When I got the email saying, you're off probation, put a big smile on my face. I knew I took responsibility for everything that I did, and just to know that like they still believe in me and they still believe that I can make up for what I did, to me is heartwarming. My family and everyone always said they believed in me. My friends that said they believed that I could do it. I was the only one that didn't at the time that I was struggling, but I think this is something that really changed my life.
I always say to students, and this is part of my conversation with Ben and students like Ben, is the first step is asking for help. If you ask for help, there's so many things here. In our area in Office Academic Success, Support, and Accessibility, we always encourage our students to first start with their faculty. And if they work with those resources starting, we have a ton of supplemental things, the teaching assistants, the peer mentoring, the coaching, the tutoring, my professional staff as well that are in our office. There are so many resources for our students on this campus that it's really hard to fall through the cracks.
At the time when I was struggling, I think my self-confidence was pretty low. I thought I was just not able to do it. I thought my mental capacity wasn't strong enough. I thought I wasn't smart enough. But I think the thing to realize is you can do it. You have it in you. When you fail in life, you know, that was a big step back in my life. But I think you need those things to learn in the long run. You know, that was one of the biggest experiences in my life. You know, I hated it. But at the same time, I'm like, if I wouldn't have been through that, would I be the same person that I am? It really made me feel like I could do anything I put my mind to. Your dreams are never out of reach. You can always get a second chance.